Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Hello dear students, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start limitations of our subject, that is limitation of accounting. First one is there non-financial transaction. We all know that there are two types of transaction taken place in our business. One is their economic transaction and another is their non-economic transaction. In our accounting subject, we record only and only economic transaction. That means there is a no entry given for the non-economic or non-financial transaction, even though they are very important for the business. Like employee working in our factory or working in our firm, they are mostly important factor for our production, but we not pass any single entry about this transaction, about the number of workers in our books. Second is there, we can say that the efficient manager working our family, working our firm, we not pass single entry about the efficiency of that manager. We not record any entry about the loyalty of our employee. So that is the first limitation of our accounting. All non-financial transactions are not recorded, even they are most important for our firm. Second is their stable value of money. As per the double entry bookkeeping system, we assume that the value of money is always stable, but actually the value of money is always fluctuate. That means it is always ups and down. But this point we never include in our subject. That is a second point, or that is second limitation of our subject, stable value of money. Third one is their historical transaction. In our accounting language, in our accounting subject, we record entry for the historical or for the past event only. Okay, like we purchased machinery in the last year, we pass the entry for this transaction in our accounting. We paid salary to our worker, we pass the entry for this transaction in our accounting book. But we not pass any entry about the future. So that is also one limitation. We pass only historical transaction in our accounting book. Next one is their avoidance of market value. Actually, they have two types of value. One is their book value and another is market value. In our double entry bookkeeping system, we take only, or we give importance only book value. We totally avoid the market value. Like we purchased a machinery before 5 years worth rupees 50,000. Maybe happen after the 1 or 2 or 3 years, the price of this machinery increase. But we assume, or we take the value, we not consider market value, we consider only book value in our accounting language, accounting book. Fifth one is their use of estimate. Use of estimate, that means definitely we take so many estimate in our accounting subject, like a bad debts, but sometimes this estimate may be wrong. Okay. Next one is their dual standard. As per the double entry bookkeeping system, we take the dual standard in our accounting language. Like in our subject, we prepare the profit and loss account. In the profit and loss account, we take a current price. But when we prepare the balance sheet, we take a historical price. So that is known as a dual standard under the limitation. So main 5 limitations are there. First one is their non-financial transactions are not recorded. Second one is their stable value of money. Third one is their historical transaction. Fourth one is their avoid of the market price. Fifth one is their use of estimate, and sixth one is their dual standard. Okay, now next topic is there in accounting term. It is very important topic. in accounting term, first one is there business transaction. Transaction, we all know that there is an exchange of goods and service against money. That is known as a transaction. Like as per the definition, any exchange of goods or service, any exchange of goods or service by any individual or institutions against money is known as a transaction. कि जब हम कभी भी गुड्स और सर्विस के सामने मनी को एक्सचेंज करते हैं, that activity is known as a transaction. Maybe this transaction taken on cash transaction, or maybe this transaction taken in the form of credit transaction. Sometimes we purchase goods on cash, or sometimes we purchase of goods on credit. So it is also known as a transaction. So any exchange of goods and service by any individual or any institutions against money, that is known as a transaction. Next one is there capital. Capital, that means cash, goods or assets brought by the owner in the business. Cash, goods or assets brought in the business by the owner is known as a capital. So capital, that means cash, goods or assets. Cash, goods or assets brought in the business by the owner, that is known as a capital. Capital, that is an investment done by the owner in the business. Sometimes for starting a business, owner brought some cash. Sometimes for starting a business, owner brought goods, or sometimes owner brought assets. So any investment done by the owner in the business, that investment is known as a capital. Next one is there drawings. Cash, goods or assets withdrawn by the owner from the business for the personal use, that is known as a drawing. Like sometimes owner withdrawn cash from the business for his personal use, like to pay the house rent. So that is also considered as a drawing. Sometimes owner withdrawn goods from the business for personal use, that is also known as a drawing. So capital and drawing both are very important accounting term for our subject. In capital, owner brought, or in drawing, owner withdrawn. So बस इतना है सर. Okay, now next accounting term, that is liability. Liability, that means जिम्मेदारी, or that is responsibility of the business. Liability, that means amount payable by the business. We all know that business and owner both are the separate identity. So liability, that means any amount payable by the business, not by the owner. It is not the personal liability of the owner. It is a liability of the business. So any amount payable by the business for the credit purchase of goods. When business purchase goods from the supplier on credit, so this amount payable by the business in future, so that is known as a liability for the business. कि जब business किसी भी supplier से क्रेडिट पे गुड्स परचेज करेगा और जितनी अमाउंट फ्यूचर में पे करना बाकी है, that amount is known as a liability or responsibility for the business. Sometimes the business purchase assets also, like we purchase furniture, we purchase land on credit. So this amount payable by the business in future, so that is also known as a responsibility or liability for the business. Or payable for the borrowed money is known as a liability. Borrowed money, that means when business take a loan from the financial institution, like business take a loan from the bank, so this amount payable by the business to the bank, that amount is known as a liability for the business. So accounting term, that is any amount payable by the business for the credit purchase of goods or assets, or payable for the borrowed money that is known as a liability, or that is known as a responsibility. Now liability has a two part. First one is there on the basis of relation, and second one is there on the basis of time. First one on the basis of relation. This category is also divided into two parts. Like first one is their internal liability and next one is their external liability. On the basis of relation, that means on the basis of person, they have a two part. First one is their internal. Internal, that means anduruni. That means when owner invest money in the business, so that is known as a internal liability for the business. Any amount brought by the owner in the business, it's become liability for the business. Second one is their external liability. External liability, that means जो third party involved होती है. Like first one is their owner, second one is their our business, and third party, that means maybe there is a supplier or maybe there is a artificial person. So when business purchase goods or assets on credit, or business take a loan from the bank, so that is a third person involved in this transaction. So any amount payable by the business to the outsider or to the third party, that amount is known as a external liability. So on the basis of relation, they have a classified in two part. First one is their internal, next one is their external. In an internal, the two persons are involved, owner and business, or in the external, the third party is involved. Maybe there is a supplier or maybe there is a other financial institution or etc. Now the next one is there on the basis of time. On the basis of time, they are classified in two parts. First one is their current liability and next one is their non-current liability. Current liability, it is also known as a short-term liability. Short-term liability, that means the liability which is payable by the business within only 1 year, that is known as a current liability or short-term liability. Like any outstanding expense owner or business has to pay within a 1 year, that is known as a current liability. कि जो liability और जो liability एक ही साल के अंदर हमें पेमेंट करनी है, that is known as a current liability. Next one is their non-current liability. Non-current liability is also known as a long-term liability. The liability which is payable by the business more than 1 year, that is known as a long-term liability. Like a business purchase the fixed assets and take a loan from the bank, and every month business pay the installment to the bank. So this liability pay by the business more than 1 year, that is known as a non-current liability. So liability, any amount payable by the business for the credit purchase of goods or assets or borrowed money, so that is known as a liability. It has a two part on the basis of relation, on the basis of time, on the basis of relation. Two part is there, internal and external. On the basis of time, two part is there, current and non-current.